Hey guys, it's Sophie-Maude here and I'm answering a whole bunch of your questions for my first ever YouTube video. For those who don't know me, I'm a 19-year-old singer-songwriter recording artist in Bay of Plenty, New Zealand. So let's get right into it. Okay, so how would you describe the music you make? Pop music. I also tend to change for different songs that I release. So my latest song was a pop synth 80s kind of song, kind of like Dua Lipa. My next song though is actually a pop punk song. How do you deal with nerves before a show? I make sure the people around me know how to dial down any extra stress, trying to focus on being really excited, but also preparing yourself, like learning your lyrics. Next question. What's something that would surprise your fans about you? My first language was sign language. I learned my A, B's and C's and D's. D's. What is the most time and energy consuming part of your job? So for me personally, how do you balance your love life and growing career? This is a good one because this is something that I'm actually still learning because I'm currently in my first ever relationship, 4 months and 2 weeks. There's times where I've got to put time aside for me, but I've got to have an element of really hard work so that I can not just maintain where I am, but so that I can continue to grow. How do you navigate the music scene as a neurodiverse 19-year-old? I have a select group of people around me that really know how to help me and take the extra stress off. How do you deal with the highs and lows? So my last single, Take Me Away, got to #1 on the new Kiwi singles chart, which is so crazy. I was just like in this amazing place where my song was on the radio, my song was on CDM, it was premiered on The Edge. I was just feeling like I was finally getting somewhere and I'd finally gotten my break. But the next couple of weeks after my song hit #1, then I suddenly realized that I'm never going to get to a point where it's just it for me. You constantly reaching those goals and then you have to start back at square one. It's constantly working up to the next thing to focus on. I need to keep putting in the work to work towards my next single, which is coming out in a couple months. Oh my goodness! What part of your job are you focused on growing most in 2023? So for me, I need to put a schedule in place. It's the start of a year, being able to fit songwriting in my timetable. I really need to be able to challenge myself to do it on my own. What artists or producers would I love to work alongside? I really want to start to work my way around meeting new producers in New Zealand. I've only worked with one before, so I think it's important to learn how to work with other people, getting together with other artists and just songwriting together and to see what different aspects it brings out in my creativity and songwriting. We're just answering some questions for some people that have asked somehows. Do you know the answer to these questions? How did you first get into the music industry? So it wasn't until 2020 December that I released my first single, Insane. A year later was when I actually started to meet people and also be able to visualize what the next couple of years look like for me. What has been your favorite performance so far? 100% Coca-Cola Christmas in the Park, Auckland 2022. Although I wasn't singing as Sophie-Maude, I could not grasp the amount of people that were there. Boyfriend reveal. Guys! This is my boyfriend. If you could eat dinner with 3 singers, who would they be? I have this artist that I absolutely love. She's like a couple years older than me. Her name's Tash Palmer and she literally inspires me so much. I'd have Benny because I actually really love her. She honestly seems like she's me because she also has OCD on the spectrum, pretty sure. Also, both our dogs take the same anxiety medication, so I just feel like we'd vibe. The last person would definitely be Rule. I already decided that. Sorry, Benji. Most awkward moment, always walking away with a stranger instead of the people you're with. Dream place to travel, Spain. My parents used to live in Ibiza. I just think it would be such a cool place. Socks and jandals. Socks and slides are fine though, I'm gonna let that pass. Do you choose all the outfits for your photo shoots and music videos? Yes, with the help of my outfit stylist. Also help from my hairstylist, because in order for my hair to match my outfit, they've got to be able to know what I'm wearing. So every time we have a photo shoot or a music video, we create this inspo board from Pinterest, and we just look for the stuff that we want, the vibe that we want. Written any songs about your experiences with OCD or Tourette's? Yes! The first proper song that I wrote was about my experience growing up with severe OCD as a child. I titled it My OCD Song. I was, I think, 9 when I wrote it. My mum helped me out. It was actually the first time that I willingly sung in front of my dad, and I had to turn around and not face him because I was so... Sorry, I thought I saw a cat in the tree. I had to turn around and I couldn't face him because I was so nervous to sing in front of him. Like, it was such a big deal. I was sweating. My heart was going ba-boom, ba-boom. Anyway, my dad cried and it was so sweet. Anyway, I'll sing a bit of the OCD song. Ready? It goes like this. When I'm with friends, I always say, you're with me all the time. Then they just walk away. Hey, hey, don't stay. I'll give you guys an update on when I'm releasing that one. That one honestly hits hard. It's really personal to the heart, so go easy on me, guys. Opinions on Maude's mood. Oh my gosh. Basically, someone created a fan account on Instagram for me, and it was called Maude's Mood. It was just filled with terrible selfies that I have no recollection of taking, parodies on the titles of my song. I loved it. It was so good. It was just like a sarcastic joke. What's your favorite thing about living in NZ? Honestly, like, I just love the vibe. Like, I love the culture probably the most. I'm just constantly sending photos of, oh wow, the mounts to my friends and my cousins overseas, just bragging that I get to live in this beautiful country with a woman prime minister. What instruments do you play? I was gonna get my ukulele, but it's not in my room. I play the ukulele. That was the second instrument that I learned when I was younger. Then I got back into it during lockdown. I was playing it like 3 hours a day. The first instrument that I actually learned through the primary school that I went to was violin. I remember trying to do like Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars in front of like the whole school assembly, and it was just terrible. Oh yeah, and then I can play the guitar, and then I'm also self-taught on the piano. Give me your best rock star growl. God. Favorite hairstyle and color you've ever had? This photo right here. I love it. I've just had sent through one of my unreleased songs. Thanks, Nathan, my producer. Ever voice crack during a performance? I don't have any recollections, but I have some good content for you guys. Someone you go to for fashion advice? I definitely say all 3 of my makeup, hair and outfit girls, for sure. What has surprised you the most since being in the music industry? Locally, how small the music scene is, and also just how much we really rely on each other. If someone's got a gig or a show that they're doing, they'll need an opening act. So if I were to open for them, that would really benefit me as well. And then if I would have a show, I could have somebody else open for me. And so it's really like this community that in order to grow ourselves, we need to help each other out. Some people view their career and other artists as like a competition. And I know from previous experiences, when I was feeling that low after Take Me Away, did so well, and then I felt like I wasn't doing anything after that, I started really comparing other people's like hard mahi, and then like feeling like I wasn't doing enough hard work. The more you compare your journey and your work and all that to other people, like you start getting really negative. Surely some pics from your latest photo shoot.